What is up, big dogs? We are on our way back home from the gym. Let me get this bad boy open. Today, we're going to be talking about the actual update and how my prep has gone and what's actually been going down. Because I've mentioned in the past few videos, 12-week prep, this, that, all these issues, blah, blah, blah. But I haven't really gone into it, so I thought I was going to make a quick, cheeky video on what's actually going down. I'll go over cycle and what the plan is for stage at this point in time. So, get keen. So, we'll start back at 16 weeks out, all right? Make it simple. So, the plan was initially, we started prep at 16 weeks out. We dropped fat hard. We dieted really, really good for 8 to 12 weeks, got into shape, and started collecting data from around 6 to 8 weeks out. Right? That was the goal. Simple as day. Now, literally, first week of prep, I get hit with cellulitis in both my quads, both my glutes, and basically had to get that shit drained and was on an IV for about a week or two or so. And let me tell you, that was not a very enjoyable experience. That was pretty fucking brutal. If I have photos, I'll put the photos on the screen so you guys can see what I was talking about. Viewer discretion advised. But that was the first roadblock we ran into, and that put a halt to everything immediately. That I wasn't able to train. I wasn't even able to move, bro. I quite frankly thought I was near death at that point in time. It was pretty fucking brutal. And that was number one. Now, with all the antibiotics going through my system and trying to maintain health, we obviously pulled back everything. So I was a natty boy for a little bit. But just as we thought the coast was clear at around 14 weeks out, the cellulitis actually spread systemically. And while we don't have an actual diagnosis of what happened, I got a systemic infection throughout the body, which affected me in terms of gut health, muscle atrophy, literally everything you could think of. It was pretty brutal. And yeah, once again, in and out of the hospital, and I was cooked, to be quite frank. I'd lost the plot. I wasn't able to move, get out of bed, do anything. Probably the worst experience of my life, man. Stay in your lane, mate. Fire out. Anyway, that was pretty brutal, and that lasted until around 12 weeks out. Okay, now from here, I'd say I was about 80% healthy again. And look, we hadn't been pulling off fat or anything. I started, so at 16 weeks out, I weighed 117 kilos. At 12 weeks out, I was 121 kilos. I was so inflamed and just overall had a terrible response to antibiotics, fluid retention, all that jazz. But it looked like it. I looked like death. Everything was puffy, joints were swollen, it wasn't cool. But 12 weeks out, everything started to recover a little bit, and yeah, I asked myself and my coach, I was like, you know what? It's still worth it to go. We're so close. Why not use like, rather than use what happened as an excuse, let's push through it and show people, and show myself more importantly, how strong we are. And that's why I made the decision. I was like, you know what? We're still going through with this prep. We're getting it done. We're getting to stage, and we're going to be the most peeled, full person on stage, no matter what. That's what we're going to do, even if we have to prep with 12 weeks. So that's what we decided. Now, over 2 weeks or so, things started trending in an upward position. Like, but inflammation was going down. Training started going a little bit better. We were able to titrate up, back up to moderate dosages where we could actually improve performance and utilize PEDs properly. And then on a certain Saturday night, I'm walking around, I'm having good fun, I'm legitimately walking around. I go to take a leak, right? And like you do, like any other bloke does, you go to grab it and go take a piss, right? And I feel something that is not meant to be there. I've looked down, with your discretion advised. My right nut was about the size of a netball, and I'm like not exaggerating here. Like, I'm talking. When I saw it, I literally screamed. Like, I squealed like a little bitch. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what on earth is this?" Like, I had no clue where it came from. I didn't feel it prior, but the second I looked down, it just started aching. Oh, it was the worst feeling ever. Like, it felt awful. It felt like a brick. And like if you, yes, I know we're talking about testicles right now, but like, it was the most distraught moment of my life. So I rushed to the ER as quick as possible, and because of the nature of what it is, right? Like, it's testicular torsion. The chances of me losing my testicle were pretty damn high. So I'm grateful enough where I was rushed and actually treated pretty quickly. And the conclusion was inconclusive. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, the nurses, the oncologists, the people that do x-rays and all that, they literally didn't know what was going on. They put it down to testicular torsion and a testicular infection. So not a UTI, not a STI, nothing like that. Testicular infection. So like within the actual testy, which, if you don't know, that is like 1,000,000 to 1. Like this is like something like only will happen out of the spite of hatred. Oh, like it's bad luck. Like there's nothing for me to do about this. It's just straight bad luck, bad karma, whatever you want to call it. And that is honestly how this prep has been the entire time. Just bad freaking luck. It hurts to think about how that testicle looked. I still can't get it out of my head. Anyway, that was about 4 weeks ago now. Now, as of last week, this testy had finally healed, and it had finally gone down. So for about 3 weeks, I wasn't able to do most of my row movements, my leg movements, any of that jazz, because of the amount of sheer pain it would put on my my taint, to put it abruptly. It was just so painful I couldn't do anything like that. But now, last week, or at around 7 weeks out, I would say we're at 100% functioning again. Yeah, it plays up a little bit here and there, but look, considering the amount of antibiotics we've ran, the procedures been done, the needles that I've been poked with in the hospital, we're basically back to 100%. And for the past week, well, for the past 10 days specifically, the shift in body composition and fluid has been so remarkable. It just shows how important it is to actually be healthy. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I got hit with this, when I had to go to the ER for the testy thing, I thought it was over. I thought I had to pull out. I thought I was done for. But with how things are trending, I'm not giving up. Never. I will never, ever, ever give up. And we are going to make it to stage. We're going to make it to the regional show. We're going to smash the regional show. We're going to make it to nationals. And we're going to put ourselves on the map and mark ourselves as one of the best bodybuilders in Australia at 20 years old. And that is what's going to go down. All I need is some blessings and the next 5 weeks to go smoothly. That's all I need. Okay? Dieting has been hard. I've been on bikini calories for the past 12 weeks. Dieting has been pretty freaking hard. Not the food noise part of things, just the sheer lack of energy. But that's what you got to do in this certain situation, okay? This is something that I wouldn't recommend to anybody, but because we've had to get to stage lean proportions in such a short amount of time, that's what we're doing. And that brings us to the anabolic load side of things. Now, I'm driving, and I'm going to be a nice, responsible adult and not go on my phone. But let's list out the cycle for you guys, all right? Simply put, finally, green light, good lord. Okay, I almost just stalled. I almost just stalled the freaking car, oopsie daisies. But anyway, testosterone is at a base of 400 milligrams. Masteron is sitting at 500 at the moment, and we'll probably titrate that up shortly. Tren, as a combination of E and A, is sitting at a total of 410 per week. What is this goober doing? And then to get to even the more fun stuff, Winnie, Stanner, whatever you want to call it, 80 milligrams a day. VAR, 50 a day. And in terms of anabolic loads, I got a dip. Holy shit. I gotta go. Oopsie daisies, I almost got a T-bone. Who else hates driving in the city, bro? What the hell is this? Like, come on. Anyway. That's it for the anabolic side of things. But in terms of lipos, peppies, all that jazz, we have increased it to 8 IU total of GH, bolus pre-bad. We are at 120 micrograms of clan. I was using MOT-C for a little bit, but I highly recommend, if you have any knowledge around this sort of thing, that you make sure you don't abuse and overuse those mitochondria boosting peptides in a sense, because you will burn out your cells and you will feel it, trust me. I was also using SLU for a little bit, but we had to take that out as well. And other than that, that's what we're sitting at. So basic numbers, I think the total comes to around 2.2 grams weekly, which, yeah, that sounds like a lot, but due to circumstances, due to goals, due to the individualization of this sport, that's what I need at this point in time. None of what I just said is a recommendation to anybody, ever. If you're doing what I'm doing, and try to copy it because you think you'll get as big as me, you won't. You'll look like a watery piece of garbage, and you don't want to do that. That is 6 weeks out. I will do any sort of updates once they come along, because updates are coming along daily, more or less. But that's what's happening. Keen to see how we go for the next few weeks. Wish me luck. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see from me, because I really do want to enjoy the social media part of things. And I'd love you guys to follow along. See you next time.